everybody! Welcome back to another video. If you're new to this channel, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and follow our journey. So today we have a new video on us.
Getting to know us, finally.
So we had asked a lot of questions on Instagram, and we were trying to have people ask us a lot of questions. That way we could interact with everybody and see what they want to know about us.
Yeah, we want to make like a more personal video where you guys get to know us. That wasn't like, our first video wasn't really like get to know us. It was just kind of like a little video of like us. So we wanted to create this video so you guys can get to know more of us, and eventually we'll make like a part 2. So let's get on with it. Alright, so basically we're just gonna have our questions out on our phone, and then we're gonna each like go off one question and we're gonna answer them for you guys. So
alright, so for the first question I got is, how old are we? So I'm 22 years old.
And I'm 20.
I'm about to turn 23 in about 2 days.
I just turned 20. So since we're talking about birthdays, someone asked, what are your zodiac signs? And I'm Aquarius, and
I'm Aquarius also.
So we are the same sign, which is really crazy because a lot of people say that the same sign usually, like when you're the same sign as like your significant other, it usually doesn't work out. But
we bump heads a lot. But
we do bump heads, but like we work it out.
So mine is on February and hers is in January. Yes. So that's more or less where we go on.
We're literally like 2 weeks apart.
Yeah. So our next question is where are we from? Alright, so I'm from Miami, but my parents were born in Cuba, and my grandparents, and then they went up to New Jersey, and from New Jersey they went down to Miami, and that's when I was born.
My family's Cuban as well. My dad's side of the family is from Spain. My great-grandparents are from Spain. So from Spain they went to Cuba, and from Cuba they came to Miami. So we both are from Miami. Our family is like Cuban.
Your uncle was like a famous painter, right? Your grandpa.
Yeah, so a lot of people ask like where my last name is from, and my name is Brittany Taylor Fresquet, but my last name is like pseudo-French. Fresquet comes from Catalan, which is in Spain, and therefore grandparents originated from there, came to Cuba, and then came to Miami. So another question somebody asked was, how did you guys meet? So we met in high school, kind of high school sweethearts, but not really. Like we weren't dating throughout high school. I was still in high school and he was already graduated, so we were together.
So I would always see her like in the hallways and stuff, and she would like always stand out, and she would just like, we'll just give each other eye contact, like always, always back and forth and all that. You know what? I've seen her on Twitter. Let me follow her. So then, you know me, I slid in the DMs.
Yeah, that was the first thing that he did, like to like approach me. He followed me on Twitter, and I was like, who's this guy? And I just didn't pay much mind to it. And then one day in school, I just so happened to see him, and I asked one of my friends, who is that? And they're like, oh, that's Roberto. And I'm like, oh, like, damn, he's cute. So whatever. And then after that, like, we just started making eye contact, and then I realized that it was him from the one that followed me on Twitter.
And then she told another friend, and that friend kept telling me that she was talking about me. So I was like, alright. So then we brought all three of us together, and I was like, let's chill, let's hang out. We started hanging out at lunch, this and that. So we started talking. I picked her up. We went on a date. We're going to the next question. The question is, if you were one superhero, who would it be? And I always loved Professor X from the X-Men movie, because that dude would just use his mind for everything. Control the situation, stop the situation, freeze the situation. And for me, that's very powerful because I love to read a lot. And I feel like anything that you have or anything that you want, you can have it or achieve it. And your current situation is because you thought about it months before. So that's my superhero.
So someone asked, destination wedding. What I have in mind is I want to get married in California. Well, we do.
That's nice. I like California. I was thinking of like Antarctica, super cold, and everybody with their coats, and like
No,
where
what do
they're
you
like,
mean?
I do.
What are you saying? What?
I'm just playing around, yo. You can't
Oh.
take a yoke.
Okay, well anyways, we're not gonna get married in Antarctica. So our destination wedding, like I've been looking at this place, Chance the Rapper got married there. That's just like an idea. It's in California, it's really pretty. I'm gonna put a picture here. Yeah, and the same person asked another question, so how many kids?
I'll say 2.
I
I want
want-
2.
I want 3.
Yeah, she wants 3.
So yeah, I would like 3 because 2 is too little, and like me, I grew up having 3 aunts and 1 uncle, so I have like a lot of aunts and uncles. I'm an only child on my mom's side, but my dad has another son, which is my brother. But we're like pretty different in age. He's like 7 years older than me. I don't know, I want my kids to like, you know, have brothers and sisters, and like, you know, like just I want our kids to have brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Where do you guys see yourselves in 10 years from now? Awesome question. I appreciate the person who asked that.
Yes.
Very close friend of mine. Goals switch up all the time, but the most main ones are the ones that you write down and you look at twice, 3 times, 4 times a day. And you say it to yourself. A lot of people are just running, and they don't know where to go because they don't have a target, they don't have a plan. So it's very, very, very important that you write down where do you want to be, where do you want to see yourself, and the goals that you want to achieve in the next week, next month, next day, next year, in a couple years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. Very, very, very important. See ourselves in 10 years is in our house, with our kids, with our dream cars, with everything that we've expected from each other, and all the cool stuff that come with it.
Like we're gonna like just be settled. We're gonna keep focusing our YouTube career. Another question somebody asked us is, would you guys ever leave Miami? Yes, we would leave Miami. Yeah. Maybe not forever, you know, like we have our family here, but we definitely are considering leaving Miami. What do you guys want to come from YouTube, or what do you plan to accomplish?
Ooh, that's an awesome question.
That's another awesome question.
Shout out to you. Transparent as possible. And we want to show how anybody could be and think to be successful. So, as you can see, we love to spread positivity and awareness on how you can manifest yourself, for people could understand and know where we're going to this. We're laser focused, like super focused. Like, you know, when you focus on something so much that anything in the way of the laser gets burned. That's how focused we are. To spread content and to keep bringing out videos for you guys. So for us, that's very, very important. And we love the feedback. We love connecting with you guys.
Yes.
And
everyone who reaches out to us, everyone who sends us questions, everyone who always supports us, we're always gonna remember you all. That's always like something super important to us. Like, you know, like that doesn't go unnoticed. We notice everybody who
it's just pretty cool, like to interact with everybody on a day-to-day basis.
And like when people say, oh, I watch your YouTube videos, or like when people say, oh yeah, I like that
cool,
video.
You know what I mean? Like that's
we want to accomplish so much and more. We want to, you know, like get to the point where we are able to do YouTube full time.
What are pet peeves about each other? It's gonna be crazy. So my pet peeve about Brittany is that she gets irritated when she's driving, like about anything and everything. Like it annoys me. So that's why I always I have to grab the wheel and I have to drive, because if not, I'm just hearing like, oh my god, look at this person, oh my god, this and that, and it's like you gotta learn how to calm down and like let it go. You get me?
If you live in Miami, you know that these people are crazy, especially in Hialeah.
I understand that, and I agree with that, of course, because that's how I was in the beginning.
I mean, he's calmed me down a lot. Like, I think about it, and I'm like, you know, let me not do this. Let me not flash my high beam, or let me not honk.
Yeah. Now when she's in the car driving, and I'm there, she she thinks about it, and then she doesn't do it. So I'm like,
but I mean, like,
she's growing, you get me? So that's a cool thing.
My pet peeve about Roberto is, so even though like he's very open-minded, Roberto is so stubborn. I mean, I am too. I'm stubborn. But like, he's stubborn in the sense that like, I'll tell him something, he'll be like, no, 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 whatever. He'll tell me no, or he will disagree with me. And then when push comes to shove and I was right, and then he's like, oh, my bad. So
Sometimes. All right, so we got a next question. It says, what's your personal goals for 2020? Ooh, that's a good one. Because this one we actually sat down and strategized it. It's
2 videos ago,
we
did our vision boards for 2020. We didn't go into detail about what the goals are, but
health-wise, mind-wise, and content-wise, we're just trying to grow and do it consistently, non-stop. Also in my business, I want to grow. I want her to establish everything that she's like
has in mind.
Yeah, well, we've been talking about. She just really needs to lay out her foundation, and when she lays it out, that's when she can start growing the skyscraper that I keep telling her about.
Overall, we just want to grow in 2020. We want to eat healthier, go to the gym
consistently.
Someone else asked, how many siblings do we have? So I have a brother. He's my dad's son.
And I also have a little brother.
Someone asked like a really good question. They said, what would we teach our younger self?
So what I think I'll teach my younger self would be to think before I do anything. Because I've changed a lot since high school. The reason why I am the way I am, I read 25 books last year. I'm reading 50 books this year, probably 52 books this year, is because I would never think before acting. So now that's huge for me, and I think I'll travel back in time just to tell myself that.
I would teach my younger self be more outgoing. I mean, when I was little, my mom told me that I was very social and like I would like talk to everybody. But like, I guess like when I was growing up, like middle school, you know, like be more social, be more open, meet new people. Like that's always a good thing to do. Learn new things, and I think that's really, really, really cool. Oh my god, okay, so what were your first impressions of each other?
So at first I'm like, she's pretty, but she's tall. So like, I'm just thinking of her like in heels, and if I would be taller too, or taller than her.
That was the first thing you thought?
No, I thought you were pretty. I was like, oh, she's pretty cute. So.
But like personality wise?
Oh no, I thought you would be shy.
So when my first impression of him was like high school player, and I don't know,
why would
like,
you think that?
Because that was the way you presented yourself.
How? I was like friendly, social. You get me? Like
too social. Whatever. He ended up being an amazing, loving, sweet person. Do we use Adobe Premiere Pro? No. In order to edit our videos, I was luckily able to get Final Cut Pro, so that's what we're using right now.
Yeah. At first we were though.
We were using iMovie at first.
Oh,
and
iMovie, that's right.
Yeah, iMovie, but now we are currently using Final Cut Pro.
To wrap up the video, we just want to say thanks to everybody that asked us questions. It was really, really cool connecting and answering everybody's questions. Hopefully we could do a lot more and keep entertaining you guys, because a lot of videos are going to keep coming out. Hopefully you got to know us a little bit better and understand where we're going and where we're coming from. So to close up today's video, don't forget to hit that bell button for you to get notified when we drop another bomb video.